Hello, everybody. We got some TTM, first quarter TTM and non-certified autographs to recap. Before we do that, a little bit of autograph world collecting news, which isn't something you see very often. But CCG, the parent company of CGC, bought and purchased JSA sports authenticators. So what this means is, and I verified it through the facts on JSA's website, starting in April, at some point, you will be able to submit to CGC through JSA or vice versa and get an autograph authenticated and encapsulated. So now SGC doesn't do authentication anymore. Now someone comes back into the fold to compete with PSA DNA and Beckett. Competition is always good as far as I'm concerned. A little surprised I didn't see more about this on YouTube, but we're usually all been out of shape about PSA and all this stuff. That this autograph stuff doesn't always make the front page. But thanks for Brandon Stebbins for filling me in on what was going on because I didn't know either. Happened to watch his video and he mentioned it. So TTM TTMs. You know what's funny is when I was getting some nominations for YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, about 3/4 of the people that nominated me said Eddy's a huge TTMer. And at one point, I was a huge TTMer. I sent out 2, 3, 400 requests in a year. Last year, 25. This year, probably up to 12 or so. So I'm a little bit ahead of the pace, but I'm a little embarrassed to even call myself a TTMer. What I'm doing now is way more targeted than what I used to do. And so whatever I get back is more purposeful. It fits in my collection. It's for a set that I really like, or for like a sub collection, or just something I think will be really cool and interesting, or a player that I super duper admire. There's a way to say that. So I don't even know which order to do this in. I got private signings. I got a couple things I bought off Facebook, and then I got just good old fashioned TTMs. Let's do that first. These I didn't even label. A lot of times I'll put how long it took and how many days, but they're so similar to each other that I figured I would just reveal them at the same time. Terry Hughes and Mike Garman on 73 Topps high numbers. These were both about 15 days, both free. And I did get, Mike Garman did do a throw in. There we go. That was a freebie. Reason I reveal these two together is because they were actually traded for each other in like 1974, so not long after this, and played in the opposite city in which they're shown on these cards. And there's a better look at Hughes' autograph. But high number stuff, let's see, 618, 603. Most of what I need for my 73 autograph set is high number cards that I have to still get in because they're obviously a little harder to get. This one is $5 for my Provisions Master Collection. Black Jack McDowell. That turned out very nice. Like that photo. Probably not my favorite Provision set, but still a cool card. And for $5, Jack McDowell pitched for the White Sox. And who else?
They would love a base hit into the gap, and they could win it with Junior Speed, the stretch. And the 0-1 pitch on the way to Edgar Martinez. Swung on and lined down the left field line for a base hit. Here comes Joy. Here is Junior to third base. They're going to wave him in. The throw to the plate will be late. The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship. I don't believe it. It just continues. My, oh my. Edgar Martinez,
Oh, yeah. The New York
double,
American League team. That's my favorite Jack McDowell highlight, by the way. Or nice stinker. This is a 101, just 10 days, Cara home. Another Provisions from that super tough 93 set. Dennis Eckersley, $10. Very happy with that. There's more provisions on the way. You just wait patiently. This one, I believe, is my second longest return ever, or right in there. 3,328 days, which is a little over 9 years. Originally went to Garrett Richards at spring training and came back from spring training. I'm not sure if he's a coach now, or I didn't even bother to look it up. But at one point, I was trying to get as many of these 2014s as I could. And that was during that time, 2015. And finally came back. That doesn't really fit with any of my collections now, but it'll go in the pile for whatever else. This one only took about 10 days. I'm forgetting if it was $5 or $10. But Chico Cardenas, great Cuban ball player. Very happy to have that. Already have him on, I believe, a 76 and a couple other cards. But needed a 73, and again, high number, 522. Really happy with that. Facebook, I'm going fast today. 3 cards from Facebook. 93 Stadium, Diamond King, Dave Stieb, one of my favorite pictures from the 80s. Really good documentary on YouTube of him that's many, many, many hours long. If you want to go down that rabbit hole like I did, maybe you too will become a great Dave Stieb fan. You can't tell the Harvey Haddock story without Joe Adcock. And Harry the Cat Brackeen on a reprint, 51 Bowman. So these three, between the three, $15 total. Figured it was worth spending a couple dollars on. Private signing. I said we weren't done with stadium clubs yet. Junk Wax Hero, are you there? I'm going to tag you, so you have to watch it. Mike Greenwell on the Green Monster card. The first Provision set, 91. Turned out really great. Card number 8 is going to make the first page. And really happy with that, of course. Last but not least, a private signing. I got 2 cards of Mike Lavalier Spanky. This one's pretty cool because it's Stadium Club. Not anywhere close to a Stadium Club run for him, of course. And the next card is super cool. I saw a long time ago Brandon Stebbins had this done. And I knew if I wanted to try to pull it off, I would have to send it to Lavalier first and then to Bream so that Lavalier could say he was out and sign it. So then Sid Bream could then sign it and say, sorry, Spanky, I was safe. And this is just one of those things, like I mentioned earlier, the coolness factor. And I sent this in with the same private signing, same trade ID as that card, with the thought that I'm just getting Lavalier on it. And it came back with both. So I emailed the promoter and said, how did you do this exactly? And turns out he got Lavalier on it. And then the next day he already knew he was going to see Sid Bream at a charity event or golf tournament or something. So he just carried it with him and got it gratis, just for free, added it and sent it back. So I got it just like this without having to do the extra work of mailing it to Bream. And as cool as all this stuff is here, I mean, this is easily my favorite card of the day. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to him on sportscollectors.net. He goes by Ridiculous X Dream, I believe it is. And at any given time, he has 10 to 30 signings going, and he's always taken care of me. I've probably used him a half dozen times over the last 5 or 6 years. And he's always taken care of me just like that. And really happy with that. That might be the first card I send to JSA for encapsulation. You never know. Can't wait to see kind of what their rates are going to be, what kind of treatment they're going to give. Obviously, they get that really, really clear plastic. Would be really nice. And I just imagine it would be the same case that CGC uses now. But let me know what you think about the cards, about this news with JSA, and just anything autograph related. And until then, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.